It is. What time is it? It is 7:20. Just about 7:20. Here. Excuse me. Excuse me. September 3rd. Wednesday, September 3rd. So I'm coming to you from the shop. Pretty dead. I haven't had a paying customer in since like five something. Oh no, it's not true. It's not true. Less than an hour ago, someone came in and bought a comic. It's a problem. I'm very tired. I'm working my butt off. All sorts of little things for the bar mitzvah, for the shop. I packed up Joe's delivery. I packed up a return of all the Renegade Royale stuff. I sold new comics to people as they came in, but I didn't do anything really debilitating. I'm just exhausted. I'm adjusting to the new schedule, which is about to change anyway. The schedule right now, Lave went to school, but the others hadn't started yet. They start tomorrow. I'm going to be even more exhausted then. But yeah, I did so much today. I can't even talk about it. I really debated if I should even do the live stream right now because, first off, let's lower this. This Doom is like really loud. I really debated if I was going to do a live stream at all today. Not today, just now, because let's set that up. Because just a little while ago, I was scrolling through social media, and I was seeing a lot of comic shop nonsense. There's a strange issue I personally have when I am seeing comic shops talk about how well single issues are selling, how badly single issues are selling, how good this is or how bad that is, or all the stuff where I get fed up. I think a huge part of it, I think really like a humongous aspect of it is there used to be real dialogue. There used to be real discussion, even on Facebook. When you talked about this stuff, you would have, and now it's just the same things over and over. When people talk about graphic novels, comic book sales, The Beat apparently has a huge article talking about how Shonen is eating Western comics lunch, and it's filled with comments on their site. And there's just all these things that I'm looking at, and I'm like, but I don't care. I have a comic shop. I do all my social media basically just to have this comic shop, to sell things in this comic shop, and looking at the larger discussion amongst comic retailers about the industry or the distribution. I just don't care. I look at it and I get angry at first. I'm like, oh, you're wrong. Well, you're right. No, I don't think anyone's wrong or right. I think thinking anyone's wrong or right is the problem, and it just gets me really fed up. So I was doing that. I was looking through comments about the great David Harper, SKTCHD Sketched website. Is now writing for ICV2, which is like Publisher Weekly's big comic magazine online mainly, and wrote a big piece about my friend John Hendrick's store in Dublin, the Big Bang, and interviewed him. How's it work? How's it going? What's successful? They just moved to a gigantic location. Now, I love Big Bang, but Dublin has 3 comic shops. Talking to the guys who run the biggest comic shop in Dublin, which is over a decade old, the only source for specific toys that come out in America. The only shop that stocks Black Label Star Wars figures in Ireland, but in Dublin, like their things that they're saying are not true. And people are sitting there discussing, well, it's different for every store, but in my shop, That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about their store, what is happening in their store. And certain people on the internet feel the need to constantly share these conversations, interviews, conversations with the store, and go, well, what does everybody think? What does everybody think? Who cares? Sorry. Anyway, so I needed to get that off my chest. Throw that out here. Very, give me 1 second. I feel like I'm going to have to do my first block ever. This is just terrible. Interesting. I wonder what my, there we go. All right. Yeah, some really horrible racist comments coming up here, and I'm going to have to get rid of them, which is like so ridiculous, people. I'm here talking about comics. There's no reason for you to bring in your idiotic nonsense while I'm here talking about comic books. I'm talking about my own idiotic nonsense. You don't need to be like that. Let's look at what's new this week. We've got the latest Absolute Superman, issue 11. We've got Green Lantern, Absolute Green Lantern 6, and Ultimate X-Men. Those are our ultimate and absolutes. We've got number ones, Han Solo, Hunt for the Falcon, Star Trek Voyager, Homecoming, Spider-Man 94, the great J.M. DeMatteis, continuing the old Spider-Man cartoon. Our friend Ben Kahn, writing a new Monster High. This is going to be every other week for the next 2 months. We've got Mega Man Timelines. We've got Jeff, a new... So this is very interesting to me. They wanted to do a new It's Jeff. But they really didn't have enough It's Jeff. So they put in some Marvel Meow and some Alligator Loki. So it's about a third each of these things. But it is more It's Jeff, and the others are pretty funny too. We've got Doctor Strange 450. This is the conclusion of Doctor Strange being on Asgard, and the prequel, the lead up to Doctor Strange coming into the regular return, fighting Doctor Doom for Sorcerer Supreme. Darkstalkers X Street Fighter. I think this is about the third Darkstalkers Street Fighter crossover that has come out in the last few years. And of course, the big release, Batman, we'll get back to that in a second. Adventures of Lumen N, James Robinson, who really knows how to write an adventure comic, and the great Phil Hester and Mark Deering as well, drawing a wonderful book. Really classic dark horror adventure stuff. Second issues, Cheetah and Cheshire Rob the Justice League, Greg Rucka and Nicola Scott working together. How much fun is that? Post Malone's Big Rig number 2. I think we've got one, Momoka variant available still. Speed Racer number 2. The War number 2. The great Garth Ennis and Becky Cloonan kill on this book. And then ongoing books. After the ongoing books, we're going to talk about the 2 big releases that I was really excited for this week. Well, one big release I was really excited for, and one release that was very large. But Amazing Spider-Man issues 975, or 25 issues away from Spider-Man issue 1000. If I can hang on to the store for another year, we'll get there. Amazing Spider-Man's got a Stitch variant. It's got this awesome Sanford Green variant. It's got a Halloween Mask variant, a Brejmo variant, and that's all I got. All I got is variants. Avengers 30 has a Stitch variant. Birds of Prey 25. Who would have thought this book was going to get to 25? Awesome. Captain Planet number 4. Moon Knight 12. Poison Ivy 36, Sonic 81, Teen Titans Go, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Thundercats, Powerpuff Girls. So, obviously the big release this week was the Batman number 1. Big release. Got a treasury size editions over here, and tons of copies. There were also these silly little blind bags that were double the price. This is $4.99. The blind bags were $9.99. That's another bit of comic nonsense from this week. There was a crazy uproar over Batman blind bags. I did not follow it all. I didn't know the exact details, but basically some Whatnot sellers on Saturday, I mean, I had those Batman blind bags on Thursday because of the holiday weekend. On Friday or Saturday, some Whatnot sellers were selling blind bags. I don't know why it became a blind bag thing. I don't know. People were angry that they revealed the blind bags. They took them out and showed people what the blind bags looked like inside. The blind bags have the exact same covers as the regular, done in foil, and like 3 possible ones that you can only get in the blind bag. I don't know why anyone would create an uproar over the fact that they showed off the blind bags when there's the actual uproar if they broke street tape. You're not allowed to show and promote and sell a comic book until its release date. If you show it off and tell people, look, it's not available for sale, blah, 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 you can do that. I can sell it to you in advance, but I can't ship it to you early. One of my customers told me he gets 1 in 25s from a specific Whatnot seller. He gets them on Tuesday all the time. So what? That customer lives around the corner from me. He doesn't ask me to order him 25 copies of something so he can get a variant when he could buy that variant from a Whatnot seller for $10. It doesn't hurt me. It is a major problem that comic shops have, thinking they have to be the source for everything that their customers get. It's absurd. Anyway, the hot big release this week with this awesome Erica Henderson Klimt grab is White House Robot Romance. The great Chip Zdarsky, the wonderful Rachel Stote, and the awesome Tamara Bonneville, who's colorist on like half the stuff out this week, tell a really beautiful tale of romance set in the White House about 30 years from now. You have a security droid and a chef droid slowly falling for each other. And it is by far the best written thing out this week. No, it's not true. I shouldn't say that. Because 1, there's graphic novels that are amazing this week. 2, I haven't read every single comic. Something could surprise me. There's a comic this week that I could be like, whoa, this is exceptional. But the stuff I've read and the stuff that I plan on reading, I think White House Robot Romance is definitely top of the line. I've talked about this, and Joe, I know you're not getting contacted when we're online, which is really frustrating for everybody because I definitely love riffing off of your ideas, Joseph. But more than that, it's not just Joe. I know people aren't getting notified, people aren't told, but I really am at a loss. Like, I have a lot of friends who have comic shops, and when I talk to them, we have short little conversations about how difficult things are right now. This is selling, or that's selling, or this is hard to mention. We don't have these long talks like I used to about where the industry's going, because it's nonsense. If you are in the trenches doing all this, you are aware that it is nonsense to make any kind of guess, any kind of call on where comics is going, on what's selling well, and what. I saw someone on that comment from Big Bang was talking about single issues selling really well for them. I saw someone who I saw a while ago talking about how great single issues are doing in their store, say, well, yeah, but location matters and places matter, like they were arguing against single issues doing well. I didn't read the article. I'm not going to start commenting upon things that I didn't read about, but I will say, just frankly, here, I don't know if single issue sales are really, really up. I know that they were this year, and this summer was huge. I had a guy on Monday or Sunday, Monday, I think, buy like every Absolute Superman back issue I had. He said, I read them on my Kindle already, but I don't own them. I got to have them. I don't count that a win. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think some 20-something using his disposable income, and I count it as a win that I made that sale. I'm very happy to move the books, but like, that's not where comics needs to be going in my estimation. And I think a lot of these conversations about manga eating Western comics lunch, about single issue sales increasing, about any of that stuff, really misses the point. It misses the point of who are the readers, what is the market, how are we selling books to all these kids who grew up on Reina. I mean, the number of people every year is increasing. People in their 20s. Smile is over 15 years old. Okay, I want you to get your head around that. Smile by Raina Telgemeier is over 15 years old. There are people almost in their 30s, who read Smile as a child, as a prepubescent. They read that book. It was handed to them by a grown-up, by an older sibling, and said, oh, read this, try it. They read it when they were 10. They could be 27 years old now. And every year, it's more about, what are we doing to give those people something they want to buy? How are we presenting things in our store that make them want to look at these books? It's a much bigger question than if single issues are selling well, to me. If Marvel or DC cared about selling to these people, maybe they get Raina to do some covers. Maybe they get Raina to do an ongoing series. I don't think they could convince her. I don't think she'd do it. But anyway, yeah, this is just me being a curmudgeon-y, cranky guy because the day has been slow. I did, like I said, get a lot done. I still have tons more to do as we move into the school year and things get crazier at home. I'm going to be a mess. I just did up all the store hours, all the closures. We are closed so many days this holiday season. All the holidays are really in the middle of the week. We don't get any Saturday leeways. So just take a look at this. We are closed September 19th, 22nd through the 24th. Okay, that's 4 days right there. October, 2 more days, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fully closed 10 days in 25 days. Of the 2 weeks at the end of September and the beginning of October, we are closed, what did I say, 10 days out of 15? Like, it's crazy. And we're closing early, two Mondays then. It's going to be a really crazy time. So I am trying, I'm doing my best, not make myself crazy about reorders or getting all the stuff tomorrow. We've got our big Batman reorder coming with a whole bunch of great Batman stuff. We've got a huge Macmillan reorder that is just taking forever to get here. Now that we've entered September, they're like, oh, you're past due on your payment. We're not sending you anything. Which is ridiculous because when I sent that on August 11th, I wasn't past due payments. But yeah, that means to get all the great, the Jesse Lonergan Drome, a bunch of really wonderful books, the new Moomin editions. I'm going to have in the next couple of days, which is fine. I will. And then hopefully we'll get the rest of the books. But that's it. That's like that and new books coming. That's all. That's a whole focus until the middle of October. And then we can change things up. Obviously, if we have an event or an announcement, I will let people know and we will get a lot of that event book. But yeah, the live stream is going to be a lot of me babbling and really lost for most of September, I think. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to log out and probably zone out till closing of the shop because I don't think I have the mental energy to do the next couple of tasks that I have set up. And until tomorrow, remember, damn it, babies, you gotta be kind.